Welcome to Jerry's Movie Review Channel. I am Jerry. Today I am giving a summary and review of the movie Extraction 2. As always, remember there will be spoilers. Under the visionary direction of the Russo brothers, renowned for their work in the Marvel Universe, the Extraction film series represents a rare gem in today's cinema landscape, a grand-scale, action-packed adventure with a touch of violence. Whether we encounter characters like John Rambo, Jason Bourne, or John Wick, they embody a familiar archetype, the seasoned killer weary of his violent past but repeatedly drawn back into the fray. In Extraction, this type finds a fresh and compelling embodiment in Chris Hemsworth's portrayal of Tyler Rake, a name reminiscent of a young boy's imagination, yet Hemsworth infuses him with a tangible realism. With his remarkable physicality, Hemsworth matches the prowess of action icons like Schwarzenegger and Stallone at their prime, while also displaying an impressive range. He has convincingly portrayed a cunning womanizer, a legendary hacker, a tormented mercenary, a whaler from the 19th century, a charismatic cult leader, and the mighty Thor. Moreover, he carries a certain self-assured charisma reminiscent of a young Sean Connery. However, beneath his captivating exterior, there lies a profound sense of sorrow that the Extraction films brilliantly explore. Tyler Rake, a former Special Forces soldier from the Australian Army, grapples with guilt stemming from his decision to embark on another tour in Afghanistan while his terminally ill son fought for his life. Tragically, Tyler was absent when his son passed away, resulting in the dissolution of his marriage and his descent into the life of a mercenary. The Extraction franchise thrives on the potent driving force of Tyler's guilt over his failures as a husband and father, much like Amnesia propels the Bourne series or Morning drives the John Wick saga. Each of Tyler's adventures serves as a redemption tale set in action-packed purgatories, where he confronts distorted reflections of himself, neglectful or abusive fathers who view their children merely as extensions of their ego or personal brand. These shadowy parental figures, who represent Tyler's own self-castigation, stand as his primary adversaries. In the initial installment of Extraction, Tyler embarks on a mission to rescue the kidnapped son of an Indian drug lord in the chaotic setting of Dhaka, Bangladesh. The child becomes a pawn in a high-stakes power struggle among wealthy bullies, each with their private armies. By accepting this perilous undertaking, Tyler willingly subjects himself to a karmic reckoning, enduring punishment for past mistakes within an urban hell purgatory, originally depicted as Paraguay in the graphic novel, while simultaneously assuming the role of a surrogate father figure to the boy he protects. In the sequel, an enigmatic man, portrayed by the charming Idris Elba, leaving us eager for the third installment, arrives at Tyler's secluded woodland refuge, bearing a message from his ex-wife, a Georgian woman. We learn that her sister and children are held captive in a Georgian prison by her drug-dealing husband David, Tornike Dziava, who possesses enough influence to ensure their cohabitation. Tyler is recruited to orchestrate a daring prison break, liberating the family from David and his even more deranged brother Zurab, Tornike Gogrikiani. As expected, complications ensue. The film largely consists of 3 extended action sequences interlaced with glimpses of character development. The first of these sequences unfolds as an unbroken, adrenaline-pumping 21-minute ordeal, tracking Tyler and the family through a perilous prison escape before culminating in a pulse-pounding train chase across the frigid tundra, pursued by helicopters filled with armed henchmen. Those who survive the mid-air onslaught descend onto the train, engaging Tyler and his 2 allies, Nick, Golshifta Farahani, and Yaz, Adam Bessa, in brutal combat involving firearms, fists, knives, and improvised weapons. Director Sam Hargrave, who previously worked as a stunt coordinator and made his directorial debut with the first Extraction, takes the concept of the digitally stitched-together, uninterrupted shot, a technique popularized in mid-2000s films like Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds and Alfonso Cuarón's Children of Men, and elevates it to astonishingly extravagant heights. Much like its predecessor, this jaw-dropping long take engenders a video game-like sensation. Cinematographer Greg Baldi's camera often adopts a first-person or over-the-shoulder perspective, akin to a first-person shooter game. The point of view seamlessly traverses the moving train cars, alternates between tight close-ups capturing anguished expressions and sweeping panoramas teeming with action, and defies the laws of physics and the limits imposed by production insurance companies. Despite the Eastern European blue-gray filters, intense violence, and bone-crushing clashes, viewers understand that the sequence is as far from reality as the Avengers battling Thanos. A few composited landscapes and helicopters may not pass the test of absolute believability, and some ambitious camera movements from exterior to interior and vice versa may border on excessive cleverness. Nevertheless, the sheer intricacy and impeccable timing make it a spectacle worth savoring, much like witnessing a virtuosic piano concerto whose complexity surpasses the capabilities of most performers. In conclusion, while Extraction 2 maintains its captivating grip on the action genre with breathtaking sequences, its commitment to characterization and depth remains somewhat diluted. However, the film still manages to strike a balance between thrilling military escapades and an exploration of complex familial relationships. Chris Hemsworth and the talented ensemble cast imbue their roles with emotional depth, lending credibility to the psychological undercurrents coursing through the narrative. Ultimately, the film succeeds in capturing the imaginations of viewers and provides an exhilarating, albeit imperfect, cinematic experience that will leave action aficionados eagerly awaiting the next installment. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.